guys, it's Megan and today I'm doing my January 2019 empties video. I love empties so much. I just get so excited every time that I do one of these videos. I look forward to the end of the month so much because then I'm able to tell you guys my reviews on all the products I was able to finish up this month. It does not mean that I started and finished these products this month. Some of them, that is possible when they're small sizes, but a lot of these products took me quite a long time to finish up, and I do these empties videos every single month, so make sure you're subscribed and like this video if you enjoy empties videos as well, because who doesn't really? It's just so satisfying to see what people finish up and hear their thoughts on it. So I have a lot of skincare to go over, but I always start out with my makeup empties because that is what I'm the most proud of finishing up. So let's just dive into that. So I used up the small size of the It Cosmetics CC cream. I cut this bad boy open. Bad Boys for Life. I have not yet seen that movie, but I've heard it's really great. So anyway, this is a really, really nice, more full coverage than I would have expected, like creamy, moisturizing, tinted moisturizer slash foundation. I would really call this a foundation. I have the shade Fair, which was like a perfect shade match for me. It is SPF 50, and this little size lasted me over a month. I started using this in December. I used it throughout my vacation in Florida over the holidays, and then it took me like a few more weeks once I was back here in Pennsylvania to finish it up. So this definitely lasts a long time. You don't need very much, and like I said, it is pretty hydrating. So I've used up a full size of the matte It Cosmetics CC cream, and I would probably lean towards that for the majority of the time for my skin. I don't have super oily skin and I don't have super dry skin, but even though my skin is getting drier this time of year in the winter, the CC cream, like the original kind, is still quite glowy on me. So take that as you will. There is also a more illuminating version that I don't think will really ever work for me, but for the cooler months, I would say this normal CC cream is a beautiful, like, creamy, hydrated finish to the skin. I actually really, really like this and would be interested in buying the full size when I need another foundation, which is going to be a long time from now. I used up a Burt's Bees lip balm. These take me forever, and this one just finally bit the dust. I can't like roll it up anymore, and I think the lip balm part itself actually fell out of the container because I like twisted it up too much and must have turned it upside down and it just fell out. So these take me a long time because they're very waxy, but that's nice because it actually stays on my lips. It's not super slick. So I love this for reapplying throughout the day. I have one in my purse, at my like desk at work. I just have them all over the place and I really love that. Then I have the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This is my favorite mascara that I've discovered at the drugstore. This doesn't transfer on me, which is my main problem with mascaras. Here's the wand, and the wand isn't anything I'm normally like drawn to. I normally like more like fluffy brushes, but this one just really coats my lashes perfectly. It was just getting really goopy and disgusting, so it was time to call it quits with this one. And I have plenty of mascara backups that I've moved on to, but this is definitely my favorite mascara, probably like in general, but definitely at the drugstore. This is my favorite one, especially because it gives my lashes volume without having the transfer issue. I used up the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in shade number 3. This is like a really small size that was with a Ulta gift with purchase. So this has that kind of like angled, thicker brow pencil design, and I really, really liked this. The shade was good. 3.5 is my preferred shade because it's a little more warm, but shade 3 is the right depth for my eyebrows, and I just use the their eyebrow gel in 3.5 to kind of like balance that out, and I really like this. The tiny size lasted me quite a long time, definitely about a month, and I thought it was great, so I would definitely use that again. Oh my gosh, you guys, this took me forever. The Cover FX Translucent Light Setting Powder. This is just a super, super tiny container. It had 1 gram, 0.035 ounces. This lasted me almost 2 months. This tiny little container of loose setting powder. I was like, I could not believe how much product this had in it. This was like a promo code online at Sephora, and sometimes their promo codes are like super, super worth it. Like this one, outstanding because of how long it lasted. And I really did like the like formula of this powder. I thought it set my makeup really nicely, but I swear it's very similar to the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder. That's what I've been using after using this up. And I would say the Cover FX, the Maybelline Fit Me, and the Laura Mercier loose finishing powders, they're all pretty much the same to me. So I'm gonna keep repurchasing the Maybelline. It's gonna take me forever to use it up, but that is the one I would repurchase for like cost reasons, because I feel like they all pretty much perform the same. But if you can ever get that as like a 100-point perk or like a coupon code, it's so worth it. I used up the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I squeezed this baby completely dry, and I really love this stuff. I use the Milani eyeshadow primer again because it's basically the exact same product but a much cheaper price, and honestly, I don't see a difference between either of them. If I was using them blind and didn't know which was which, they have the same texture, they look the same, they perform the same on my eyelids, they keep my eyeshadow crease free. So I really do like this, and am currently using up another sample, but I would repurchase the Milani. And then I finished up the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. So this was like a deluxe size, and I used this for a few weeks, and then it started getting really flaky. Like throughout the day, there would just be like little specks of black mascara on my cheeks, and I was like, okay, enough is enough. I have plenty of mascaras that I can use, and I definitely got this for free somewhere along the line, so I like this mascara. It's definitely very volumizing and builds the volume quickly, but I tend to see that these types of mascaras dry out really fast. So I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but it is really nice. So that is it for my makeup empties. Now on to everything else. I tried this Goop Beauty Goop Glow 5% glycolic acid plus fruit extracts overnight glow peel light. So that is like the longest name I've ever heard, but this is so good. I was sent this by Goop Beauty, which was really, really cool because I've never tried anything from the Goop Beauty line, and I think it's pretty new. So this is like a exfoliation pad, similar to the like First Aid Beauty ones and the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peel pads, but this is just like a single circular pad that has like a place to put your fingers in it, and then you can massage it all over your skin. And they have this Glow Peel Light, which has 5% glycolic acid, and then their like classic version is 15% glycolic acid. So my skin is pretty sensitive, so I chose the light version. This was phenomenal. I really saw a difference the next day. My skin looked more even in like the tone of it. It didn't have any like texture issues, because I've been having like a little bit of texture problems. I've been noticing like on my forehead and a little bit on my jawline. So knock on wood, I'm not getting any like weird cystic acne problems that I've suffered with in the past, but this just helped to basically like refresh and clear up my skin overnight. Like all those little issues I was seeing were gone the next day, and then my skin looked really nice and just like healthy and glowy for like a few days after that. So it comes in a pack of 4, and I really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for a new exfoliation product, that could be a cool one to check out. So I'll link that below, but thanks to Goop Beauty for letting me try that because it was really nice. Speaking of the First Aid Beauty facial radiance pads. These are great for everyday use. I would say these Goop Glow would be like a once a week treatment, but the First Aid Beauty ones you can use every single day because they're not super like highly concentrated with exfoliants. They have also like hydrating ingredients. This had 28 pads and I always have plenty of backups of these, so I'm using another container of them now. I always store them upside down, so the top one is always like ready to go and saturated. So I love these, swear by them. Nothing new if you've watched my Empties videos before. I used up the Bath & Body Works Vanilla Bean Noel Shower Gel. This was packaging from like 2 or 3 years ago. This smells so good. This is probably my favorite winter scent that they do, but it's applicable for all year round because it's just like a warm vanilla scent. I love this. It makes me happy and I would definitely repurchase whenever I need more body gel, which is not going to be for a very long time. This product took me forever to use up because I was savoring it. I probably could have finished it quicker, but this is the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Sleeping Mask. So this is a 2-step beautiful nighttime treatment for hydrating your skin. So one side of the container, and this is a really nice heavy glass container, has a jelly essence. So you put that on your skin first and it's like a little bit cooling, feels amazing. You let that like sink in after like a minute or so, and then the other side has this luxurious, creamy, silky moisturizer. And the combination of those two makes me feel so pampered. It smells amazing. It's like their cucumber scent. Like all the products that they have in the rose line smell like cucumber to me. It doesn't smell like rose. So my nose could just be weird, but to me it's more like cucumber products. So this I absolutely love. This is $50, which is really expensive to me for like a treatment like this because it basically is like a nighttime moisturizer, but it's like a little more like of a treat for your skin, I would say. I did not use this every night. I probably used it like once a week, maybe twice a week. You could use it as often as you want, but it is like more of a pricey product. So I bought this when I had a $100 Rouge Reward, and I am probably going to get this the next time I have a Rouge Reward. It's so hard to get those things. Like, you have to be on the website or the app or call Sephora customer service like right away. It's at 12 Eastern time, like 12 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it just seems like every Tuesday and Thursday I'm like busy at 12 Eastern. So one day I will get a Rouge Reward again, and I will get this again because I loved it, and it is like a really special thing to me, so I would probably only get it when I had like a gift card or like a Rouge Reward where I feel like I'm not shelling out 50 bucks for a moisturizer. It's more like I'm treating myself to something when I have like a little bit of extra money for Sephora. So that is something I love to death, and I would really recommend it if you want some nice treat for your skin, if you like to really hydrate your skin and stuff. It's just a beautiful product. Then I have the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. This is one of my favorite ways to remove my makeup, and it just does the trick. It removes all my face makeup, and I do take it over my eyes as well, and I've never had a problem with this like giving me cloudy vision or anything, so that's pretty rare. A lot of like cleansing balms and oils that I might take over my eyes do tend to make my vision cloudy. This one doesn't really seem to, so I really like that about it, and it just works, and it's a really great product. So if you saw my skincare inventory, you know I have quite a few backups of that cleansing balm and others, so I'm not repurchasing anytime soon, but definitely in the months to come you'll see more of those empties. For sunscreen, I used up the Color Science Sunforgettable Total Protection Face Shield SPF 50. So I loved this, especially, I mean, I love this in the summer, and I also love this in the winter. It's like a creamier sunscreen. It has a little bit of a pink tint. I think you can see that in the cap. And it doesn't smell like sunscreen. It doesn't give my skin a white cast. It just really blends into my skin, adds like a little bit of hydration, and I just thought this was awesome. I loved it. So I'm on a backup of that now, and I would definitely recommend that for anyone looking for a new face sunscreen. I finally finished the Pyongyang Yul Essence Toner. This has taken me forever. This is a 100 milliliter 3.4 fluid ounce size, which isn't that much. This took me like a year plus to use up because you don't need much, and I would always forget to use it, so it took me a long time. But this is a really nice, just like basic no frills essence if you want to add like some more hydration to your skin. And I'm not like the biggest fan of essences. I don't see a huge difference when I use them versus when I don't. So I just really wanted to work through this. Very glad that I was able to finish it. I would always like drop some of the drops in my hands and then press it on my skin. You can also put it on like a cotton pad and wipe your skin with it, but I feel like I'm using it to add hydration, not really to like tone my skin. So that's why I would like pat it in. So I do like this and would recommend it as an essence, but it's just not a step that I think is really necessary. Today I used the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask, and this was like a little packet sample. I really like this for a conditioning treatment for my hair. I love that it doesn't have silicones, which is my main like issue with hair products. I just get really irritated, like my skin and my scalp get really irritated by silicones, and it also doesn't have sulfates or parabens, and I just think this is a really nice deep conditioning treatment. So I'm not sure if I would purchase it, but I do think that it really like helps make my hair look healthy and like shiny and everything, so I really do like that. I used up the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. This was a huge size. They're 200 milliliter, and this was their special 20th anniversary edition size and packaging. This is like my favorite morning cleanser. I just love this stuff. It has that same cucumber scent like their rose face mask or sleeping mask, and also their face mask. But this is just so like basic, and it cleanses my skin, doesn't strip it, but doesn't like leave a residue on it. It is pretty much the perfect cleanser in my opinion, and I've gone through many bottles of this, and I'm very thankful to have Fresh sometimes send me these products, and I just love Fresh so much, as you guys know. So I used up another one of these, and I'm trying out a different cleanser right now, but I'm sure I'll go back to that eventually. I used up the Primera Clean Berry Lip Mask. This also took me forever. As you can see, it's completely empty now, which is so satisfying to see because this is a big ass lip balm, and if you guys have watched my Project Use It Ups, this was in one of my projects last year, or two of them maybe, and it took me so long to use this up, and one of you guys told me to use it as like a cuticle cream, so I started using it as that as well as a lip treatment, and using it in two ways really helped me go through it. But the reason I didn't love this product is because it had kind of like a gritty texture on my lips. If you put it on like your hand or anything, you didn't feel any texture, but when I would put it on my lips and I would rub my lips together, which I do a lot, I would feel like this grittiness. So a lot of the time while I was trying to use this up, I would apply this first and then put a little bit of another lip balm on top to have that like slick feeling that I prefer. So that's how I used it up. It's not my favorite and not one that I would repurchase, but it is really hydrating and kept my lips like not chapped at all throughout the winter. So I think it's a good like conditioning treatment, but I don't love like the texture of it. So take that as you will, but I won't be repurchasing. When we visited my Aunt Sue and Uncle Don in Florida, they had these little Neutrogena makeup wipes in the bathroom we were staying in, so I used these on our trip and then took the rest home to finish up, and these just really work. Like if you are in a rush and just want to remove your makeup without doing like the cleansing balm or the oil or all that stuff, this really works. And I wasn't wearing much makeup while we were there visiting them, which was a really nice like change of pace and something I don't do a lot. I pretty much always wear makeup, so it was cool to just be able to like quickly wipe off my makeup at the end of the night and not have to be like rubbing at my eyes or anything, and then just used a normal cleanser for actually cleaning my skin. So when I'm in a pinch or lazy, I do really like these makeup removing pads. I used up the Sweet Chef Kale and Vitamin B Serum Shot. This Sweet Chef line is a sister brand of Glow Recipe, and you can get this at Target. So they have like a little 3-pack of their serums in these small containers that you're able to try their different formulas. So this was a hydrating and soothing serum, and basically it was like this green creamy texture. I feel like there is like a little bit in there, but oh yeah, there we go. So you can kind of see the texture of it. It's just like a little like thin cream, and I mean it's like a creamy serum that's very, very thin, and this dropper was horrible. I could barely ever use it to get any product. I would pretty much always like kind of have to like dab it in my hands to get out the product, and the serum isn't like thick or anything really. It's just like the dropper doesn't pick up the product. So despite that, I really did like this serum because it was hydrating, but it wasn't like heavy or really like creamy. So I would definitely be interested in trying a full size of this. I'm not sure the price point of these serums full size, but I thought that it was a really nice option for adding hydration to my skin but not having it be like heavy. So I was pretty impressed by that. And then I also tried the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisture Cream, which is their newest product. I just have a little sample of it, and I really like this. It's like a nice lightweight moisturizer. It kind of reminded me of the moisturizer of the Fresh Rose Sleeping Mask on like the side with the actual moisturizer. This is scented like bananas though, so that is really, really like refreshing and nice. But it was kind of like that silky moisturizing cream that is just like a nice pleasant texture to use. So I would definitely be curious to try a full size of this, but I was happy to get a little sample to try. And then finally, I used up the Beauty Blender Cleanser Solid. This was just a really, really small size that I must have got in a gift with purchase, probably from Ulta. And that is really nice stuff. I love that for cleaning my brushes. And I've used different Beauty Blender cleansers over the years for washing my makeup brushes, and they always are just really awesome. I never can justify the price of buying them because I feel like baby shampoo and even my Bath & Body Works hand soaps really do an amazing job as well. But if I ever want to like splash out or just get samples of these, it's always nice if they're an option on like Sephora's checkout online to get a sample of it, because it's really useful and it really cleans my brushes and sponges well. So that is everything, you guys. Those were all of my empties. Not tons and tons, but definitely a good amount to use up for this first month of the year, since in December I had like a crazy empties video with so much makeup, and I think in February I'll have a few makeup pieces that I will be finishing up, so that will be really exciting. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and listening to my thoughts on all the products that I used up this month. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!